In the shadow of the oak tree, where the wild blue bonnets lay, we carved our names inside the bark and dreamed our lives away. Her laughter mixed with the prairie wind, a song so sweet and sprung, where the creek bends by Johnson's farm. Her smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep where her smile died young. Now the oak has grown all twisted, the creeks run dry and old, and I'm a drifter on these gravel roads in the silence bitter and cold. The scarf she left still smells like rain, a memory on my tongue. The porch swings empty by Miller's gate where her smile died young. Her smile died young on a dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep where her smile died young. So I'll saddle up as the dawn breaks gray. My heart's as heavy as lead, searching for a sign in the empty sky or a path where her feet might have led. But only the wind replies in echoes of the songs we once had sung. In the silence of these wild lands, her smile died young. Her smile died young on that cursed trail, and I'm haunted by the sunrise. Every morning holds her whisper, every night her goodbye. This saddle's aged with my regrets, my tale's forever unsung. I'm just a shadow riding blindly where her smile died young. I'm the echo of a love not meant where her smile died young. On Lonesome Hill, beneath the crying sky, an old oak whispers secrets when the wind blows by. Its leaves hold tales of you and me. In the shadow of our dreams where we used to be, a cabin sits, its porch worn thin. Ghost of your scarf dancing in the wind. Those gravel roads where our stories spilled, now just dusty tracks that the rain can't heal. Oh, Lonesome Hill bleeds as my heart recedes under wide open skies where you slip from my grip, and the sunset's paint all my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. Gone are the days of laughter and wine, only echoes in the hollow where I lay my mind. Your saddle's untouched, it's been years I reckon, on so leathered each crease a lesson. The creek still runs, but it's not the same. Without your reflection, it's just water and pain. Hardened by time, softened by tears. This wandering life, shaped by fears. Oh, lonesome hill bleeds as my heart proceeds under wide open skies where you slip from my grip, and the sun sets paint on my silent complaints on a canvas of plains where our love met its fate. I'd ride back to you, through storms and through shadows, to truths we once knew. But dreams are just echoes fading into the night, and I'm just a shadow under fading twilight. So lonesome hill bleeds, and I'm trying to believe in a sky that still holds both your heart and your leave. As the night closes in on the plains wide and still, I'll remember us fondly, forever on Lonesome Hill. In the shadow of an oak, where the wild daisy grows, stands the old house on Prairie Bend, wearing years of sun and snow. Porches creak neath my boots as I cross the haunted plains. Every step a story buried in time's unyielding banks. Old house haunts, whispering through the wind, echoes of you in the quietest I spend. The silhouettes dancing in the twilight's ember glow, holding ghosts of your laughter in the places we used to go. That oak's grown older, scarred by lightning's cling, just like my heart, branded by your name. The saddle sits dusty, your scarf's lost its hue, gravel roads less traveled since they last failed you. Old house haunts, whispering through the wind, echoes of you in the quietest I spend. The silhouettes dancing in the twilight's ember glow, holding ghosts of your laughter in the places we used to go. Rain taps on window panes like your fingers drumming slow, each drop a memory in the storm's sorrowful flow. It might be time to ride on, let these shadows rest. Your soul's a settler, staking claim in my chest. Old house haunts, now I'm whispering goodbye to the echoes of us beneath this vast aching sky, as the sunset paints gold on our worn fading trails in the heart of the wind. Your memory prevails. out where the oak tree shadows fall like whispers. Across the old porch where we shared that final kiss. There's an empty cabin on the edge of silence, where my heart still lies in crumbled reminisce. Wind through the doorway spins old tales of glory, dust from the trail where once our dreams did roam. The sun dips low just like the day you left me, in the twilight of our love's abandoned home. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, in every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes. In the silence I still hear your name. The gravel roads, they whisper of your footsteps. The rain recalls the tears that we once shed. An old scarf holds the scent of your laughter, fading slowly on the chair beside our bed. We spoke of love as if it lasts forever, but forever's just a moment passing through. Now I wander lost, a ghost in empty spaces. Every corner of this world echoes with you. Love sleeps in the quiet places under stars that watched us then, riding trails now blurred and faded where hopes drift like dust in the wind. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies as the night claims the sunset's flames, in every shadow neath the moon's watchful eyes. In the silence I still hear your name. So here's to the dreams on which the dusk is falling, to the whispered goodbyes and the time we borrow, and the heart that hopes beyond the grasp of sorrow, that finds the strength to greet another morrow. Love sleeps where the wild river bends, in the echoes of a lonesome endless sky. I'll carry you in verses till my journey ends, in the melody that never says goodbye. Oh, love sleeps but it never dies, caught between the earth and open blue, with every sunset that the dark embraces. In the quiet I'm still loving you.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the river bends and sighs softly, we carved our names, young and free in the wild. Her laughter danced, sweet as the evening mild. The oak stood witness to vows softly spoken beneath its boughs. A heart was once unbroken. Oak tree whispers in the dusky twilight. Memories flutter like leaves in the night. Her scarf, a faded red against the bark, in the quiet town where she left her mark. Oh, how the silence speaks in what remains. The The oak tree whispers echo in my pains. Years rolled like tumbleweeds through the plains. Her path veered far from these gravel lanes. The porch we built, now old and worn, holds a ghost of the love that I mourn. Where once her laughter filled the summer air, now only echoes meet my solemn stare. Oak tree whispers in the fading light, memories darken like the coming night. Her scar still clinging to dreams gone stark in the quiet town that hides in the dark. Oh, how the shadows move where we once lay. The oak tree whispers calling me to stay. Oh, the saddle rests on the dusty beam beside the boots that chased our fleeting dream. The rains have come and washed away the traces, but not the yearning from these empty spaces. Oak tree whispers while the cold wind sweeps through the fields where the old love weeps. Her scarf, a relic of a past so stark in the quiet town, now forever dark. Oh, how the heart holds tight what it can't replace. The oak tree whispers lost in time's embrace.
In the shadow of the oak, where wild rivers bend, lay a scarf blue as the skies, where laughter blend. In that old dusty town, where the porch swings sigh, I first saw her smile in the spring sweet tide. And her eyes closed, her eyes under vast prairie skies, left me tales in the trails where the old love lies. As the sun dips low, paints the world in cries, her eyes closed her eyes, and the memory never dies. Now the cabin's empty and the saddle's worn, gravel roads less traveled and the fields unshorn. Where the creek used to sing, now a silence grows in the heart of the forge, only cold wind blows. Her eyes close, her eyes in the twilight's embrace. Every star up above seems to mirror her face, with each gust that moans through the empty space. Her eyes closed, her eyes left a tear trace. Oh, the echoes of hoofbeats like a heartbeat fade on the paths we once walked, now just ghost parades. All those moments we captured, now just shadows cast in the dusk of my mind, where the die is cast. her eyes. Now the nights grow long. In the silence, her absence is a haunting song. As I wander these lands where our dreams once flew, her eyes close her eyes, but mine wish it untrue.
Out where the creek rolled through, 'neath the whispering pines, I found her wild rose laugh in the bend where the water signs lingering shadows cast by an oak tree's might. We carved our names one summer's eve 'neath the glow of twilight. Oh, the creek rolled through like memories in the rain, washing over old wounds, but the scars remain. Those gravel roads whisper with echoes of her tune. Every sunset bleeds the same where the creek rolled through. Now the porch swings empty where once we used to sit, talking about forever in the flicker of a candle lit. But seasons turn like pages. Her scarf caught on the breeze left me with these empty hands and falling autumn leaves. Oh, the creek rolled through like memories in the rain, washing over old wounds, but the scars remain. The gravel roads are quieter, the cabin's heart feels blue. Every trail grows colder where the creek rolled through. I wander these forgotten roads where our dreams once danced in view. An old saddle's all I carry aside from thoughts of you. But even stars lose their way in the vast unending night, just like I roam without you 'neath this endless twilight. Yes, the creek rolled through like a song lost in the wind. It sings of sweet love gone as my heartstrings slowly thin. Now I lay me down by the river's gentle coo. Find me where the shadows fall, where the creek rolled through. Let the water run, let the memories stay true, lost in the dust of time, where the creek rolled through. In the heart of a dusty, forgotten town, where the gravel roads kiss the sun-stained ground, there stood an oak by an old wood porch where I carved our names in the twilight scorch. Scarves danced in the springtime breeze, memories as thick as the wild oak trees. Porch closed her eyes when you said goodbye. Now the stars don't light up our patch of sky. Every creak in the board's a soft-spoken lie, echoes of footsteps, just you and I. Still the wind calls your name through the canyon side. Porch closed her eyes Oh, how she cried. Years flew like leaves from the sycamore. That old cabin's charm, now a faded lore. The saddle sits dusty, hasn't seen her ride since the day the echoes of our love died. Rain taps the shingles, a lonesome tune dances with my heart, out of time, out of tune. Porch closed her eyes when you said goodbye. Now the stars don't light up our patch of sky. Every creak in the board's a soft-spoken lie. Echoes of footsteps, just you and I. Still the wind calls your name through the canyon side. Porch closed her eyes. Oh, how she cried. I wander these trails where the wild roses grow, searching for what was lost long ago. The sunset still gleams, oh, but it knows that even the wildest river someday slows. Yet in the twilight your shadow still shows. Porch closed her eyes and I swallowed the pain. Under the weeping willow I'll whisper your name. Every sunset that fades is never the same. For the porch closed her eyes in this quiet lonesome game. And the stars once our map, now just old flickering flame. Porch closed her eyes, nothing's the same. Porch closed her eyes, nothing's the same. In the shadow of the valley where the weeping willows sigh, found an old oak bed where our love used to lie. Underneath that silver moon where we once danced through July, echoes stir the dust as the stars fill up the sky. Empty bed, closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghost of scarves left on the post and the whispers of her voice. Riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound and the bed where love has died. Years have worn the saddle where I once held her so tight. Gravel roads keep leading me back through endless night. The porch lights dimmed as memories start to fade from sight. But her laughter in the rain still cuts like a knife. Empty bed, closed her eyes, now I'm talking to the ghost of scars left on the post and the whispers of her voice. Riding trails gone cold through the towns where silence lies. The wind's a lonely sound and the bed where love has died. Empty bed, closed her eyes, and I whisper to the sky about the love that's passed me by and the tears I cannot cry.
With every setting sun as the twilight shadows fly, I'll be riding lonesome trails where old cowboys never die. In the heartbreak of the night, with her memory by my side, empty bed, closed her eyes. Empty bed, closed her eyes. In the shadow of an oak where the wildflowers lie, first saw her laughing under sapphire skies. Her hair danced with the wind on that old porch swing. Memories like dust on my worn out jeans. The sun dipped low, in her eyes the glow set the world ablaze with dreams only we know. Swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. Years flew like the leaves in the autumn air. That swing grew old, the oak stood bare. The cabin's quiet where laughter once played. Only echoes of footsteps that slowly fade. Where once was a fire, now lies cold ash. Her scarf in my hands under heaven's vast. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. Every sunset bleeds the color she once drew. In this heart, her absence whispers through. On this gravel road where our dreams once roamed, I wander with the ghost in silence alone. The prairie sings a lonesome heartfelt tune under the same old moon she loved in June. The swing closed her eyes, now the stars don't shine. Empty trails, her whispers cling to pines. As the night seals the edges of the lonely sky, my soul knows some echoes never die. So here I roam, where memories and winds collide. The swing closed her eyes, and part of me died in the twilight haze. Her laughter softly fades on this endless road where our past serenades.
On the edge of Dixon's pasture, where the oak trees kiss the sky, I built that fence of cedar 'neath the watch of her blue eyes. Wind whispered through the branches with a soft and lonesome sigh, as the sun dipped low, casting shadows where our promises did lie. But the fence held tight 'neath the weight of time, through storms of dust and the winter's rime. Like my heart holds on to the love that's gone. In the silence of the night, the fence held tight. turn like pages in this old forgotten town. Her laughter now just echoes where our steps once marked the ground. The cabin stands all empty where we once dreamed side by side. Only gravel roads and fading trails where my regrets reside. Yes, the fence held tight neath the weight of time, through the howling wind and rain's cold chime, like my heart holds on to the days long gone. Beneath the starlit sky, the fence held tight. There's an old scarf hung on the porch swing, frayed and worn like me. Every thread a story, every stain a memory. I wonder if she misses those wild lands we used to roam, or if I'm just a ghost now in the ruins of our home. So the fence held tight neath the weight of years, guarding all my hopes, cradling my fears as I whisper her name to the endless night. In the heart's quiet ache, the fence held tight. Oh, the heart's quiet ache, where the fence held tight.
Under the ghost of an old oak tree where our names were carved for eternity, the wind's a whisper of your soft sweet laugh on the path where you dance free from our past. An empty cabin by the creek's low bend holds the echoes of you, my lost friend. Each creaking board and closed up door speaks of the days when love lived here before. Now the empty bed fades in the twilight sigh. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains. The scarlet scarf you left behind on the old porch swing sways undefined, gone like the laughter in halls that we roam. Now I wander these lands forever alone. The saddle's worn where you once rode beside, through the rain-soaked trails where our dreams used to hide. Now every sunset bleeds a shade of your eyes, and the night covers me in your soft, mournful cry. Still the empty bed fades in the twilight sigh. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains. Prairie grass sways and weeps beneath the heavens where your memory sleeps. I've learned that love is the wildest land, and hearts like ours were grains of sand.
Yes, the empty bed fades and now with the light, bound to the echoes of our sweet twilight, under the vast skies where I let you go, in the fading trails of the moon's soft glow. I'm the whisper of a cowboy alone in a strange, chasing the dust where nothing but love remains. In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I found an old scarf, blue as a prairie sky. Beneath the whispering leaves of time, there's a ranch house stood by the crumbling line. Each board and nail soaked in sun holds a tale of two hearts that beat as one. That ranch burns low as the evening falls, the embers of memories through crumbling walls. The wind sings lonesome through spaces wide, carrying whispers of a love that died. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you, shadows of me. Years rolled like dust down an endless track. Love slipped through fingers, ain't coming back. The saddle sits dusty, the bridle hangs loose on a fence post, weathered by use and abuse. Rain falls like tears on the lonely ground in this quiet town where hope's barely found. That ranch burns low as the evening falls, embers of memories through crumbling walls. The wind sings lonesome through spaces wide, carrying whispers of a love that died. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you, shadows of me. By the light of the fire I see it clear, all that's lost, all I held dear. A whisper in the ashes, a dance in the flame, nothing but silence to carry my name. So let that ranch burn, Lord, under starlit skies. Let it cleanse my soul, let it dry my eyes. As the flames reach high, touching nights so deep, in the heart of the fire I'll finally sleep. An old porch swing sways with no one to see, just shadows of you fading from me.
In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers talk, I carved our names in the old gray bark with a shaky, hopeful hand. That cabin with its creaking board sat hollow on the ridge, where the sunset bleeds through lonely panes and the wind sings through the sash. Oh, that empty bed called my name like a lonesome haunting frame, In the quiet room where we lay our dreams, now dust covers all we'd claimed. The stars above the wild lands, once our hearts they did tame, now they just flicker in distant skies while that empty bed calls my name. The saddle hangs untouched, its leather cracked by time. The trail we rode together, now a fading line. Your scarf still lies upon that chair, its color worn by sun. Oh, how these silent echoes mock what we had begun. Oh, that empty bed called my name in the whispers of the rain. Every drop of memory falling sweet mingled with my pain. The porch still holds your laughter in the creases of its frame, while the night air carries the weight of words, and that bed whispers my name. I wander through these empty rooms where shadows play old tunes. The dust that dances with the ghost of you under the melancholy moon. This heart once wild as desert blooms now withers in its cage, bound by the silence left behind by the turning of the page. That empty bed called my name through the thunder and the rain. Each thunderclap a heartbeat lost, a love I can't reclaim. As twilight paints the sky's last light and stars begin their wane, I hear the echo of that empty bed where once we lay, now just my pain. So here's to the roads, both graveled and gained, to the love that rode, then drifted away. As the dust settles deep and the night claims its reign, that empty bed calls my name, calls my name.
In the shadow of an old oak tree, the saddle lays worn and free at rest, where once you rode beside through amber fields so wide, so wide. Our laughs caught on the prairie wind in that quiet town where our dreams had been. But now the porch creaks lone and thin, the echoes of you on the wind again. Oh, saddle forgotten, love lost to the breeze, dance with the dust and the autumn leaves. Where did you go when the love ran dry underneath that big yawning sky? Saddle forgotten, my heart just knows you're a whispering ghost on the path that grows. Gravel roads where we once lay, now just tracks that fade away. The cabin stands but the light's gone dim, an empty shell like the state I'm in. No laughter in the rafters, no warmth in the fire, just the cold hard echo of an unmet desire. The scarf you left, it's frayed and worn like the love we had, now tattered and torn. Oh, sad turned gray with the setting sun. You just slipped away, saddle forgot, and the tears just flow down the creeks of memories. I'm scared to follow. If time is a healer, why's the pain so raw? With every sunset, it's you I draw. In the whispers of the aspen, in the moan of the pines, I search for a sign in these broken lines. Oh, saddle forgot, my lone companion of old. Carry these stories untold, so untold. May the wind be your keeper, the earth hold you tight as I wander on through this endless night. Saddle forgot, let the rivers run until my days are done, till they're all done. In the fading light, you are always there, just a silhouette in the evening air.
In the shadow of the old oak's arms, where the river sings and the valley charms, she danced a silhouette against setting suns. A memory forged where the wild creek runs. Her laugh, a breeze through the chapel pines. Her kiss, sweet as the summer winds on the porch, where the creaking swing still sighs, whispering tales neath the stormy sky. Oh, grave closed her eyes, left me dreaming alone, with the ghost of her whisper and the echo of her moan. Underneath the starlit canvas, where the lonely coyotes cry, I'm just a shadow waiting for the day when shadows die. But the cabin's empty, the fire's cold, the trails we walked are overgrown and old. Rain taps on the rooftops like forgotten tales, lost in the thunder of the lonesome gales. A scarf she left still smells of wild rose, faded by the sun, frayed by the blows. Time, it steals the brightest flame away, left me with the dusk, took the day. Oh, grave closed her eyes, left me dreaming alone, with the ghost of her whisper and the echo of her moan. Underneath the starlit canvas, where the lonely coyotes cry, I'm just a shadow waiting for the day when shadows die. By the old oak tree I carved her name in the heart-shaped nook, still looks the same, as if the oak's aged skin and its deep dark eyes hold the secret to where the true heart lies. Yes, grave closed her eyes, now I roam dusk to dawn, a cowboy with his heart, but all his chances gone. With each dusty sunset and each trail that fades away, she's the whisper in the valley where I'll lay down someday. Oh, grave closed her eyes, and I've been dreaming ever since, in the quiet of the ghost towns by the fence. But love, like the river, finds its way despite the lies, in the lands where even shadows dare to rise.
Out by the ridge where the wild oaks stand, I found an old ranch withered by sand. Once rang with laughter under blue sky, now just a whisper of her sweet sighs. We danced on porches under moon's crown, silk scarf in her hair, my old leather gown. Oh, that old ranch tied down by grief, where my heart lies buried under a leaf. The wind sings her name through the open door, a dance of dust on a creaky floor. Memories like rain fall soft and slow on the abandoned ranch where my sorrows grow. Years passed, the trails grew over with time. Her path took her east, left me with rhyme, where once were echoes of our laughter's tune, now silent shadows under silver moon. The saddle sits empty, the fires grow cold, a cowboy wanders, his story untold. Oh, that old ranch tied down by grief, where my heart lies buried under a leaf. The wind sings her name through the open door, a dance of dust on a creaky floor. Memories like rain fall soft and slow on the abandoned ranch where my sorrows grow. By the old stone well I whispered goodbye to dreams and to her under vast prairie sky. Each sunset burns like the love I recall, echoes of footsteps through each empty hall. So that old ranch tied down by dreams holds my whispered secrets, my silent screams. As the sun dips low in a sky so wide, on that abandoned ranch my old heart resides. Oh, the wind sings her name through the open door, a dance of dust on a creaky floor where my sorrows grow.
In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, neath the ancient oak's embrace, where the wind whispers secrets through the leaves' gentle trace, we carved our names young and wild in bark so old and gray, under skies of endless blue, where time just slipped away. Her laughter echoed softly over fields of golden grain, a melody of joy once sung, now a silent haunting refrain. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left with the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. The cabin by the creek now wears a coat of dust and despair. Windows like the vacant eyes of a love that's no longer there. The porch where we danced neath lanterns light now creaks under my weight. With every step a memory falls like leaves to fate's cruel slate. washes old scars. The past we walked turned to mud. Her scarf still hangs on the hook untouched, a relic of our love. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left with the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. Now the stars above Lonesome Hill, they judge in silent gaze, pointing to the paths I've shunned since those halcyon days, where the echoes of our laughter and the shadow of her smile guide me like a ghostly light lost between the miles. Lonesome Hill stands still, a monument to dreams we wove in the tapestry of a starlit sky and the lands we used to rove. The oak tree bears the weight of time as my heart bears the cost of loving one who's gone away and mourning what I've lost. On Lonesome Hill I'll return till my days on earth are still a cowboy, a memory, a shadow where Lonesome Hill stood still.
Out where the oak trees whisper low, under skies so vast and gray, I rode past our old yellow cabin where the winds of time sway. A scarf you left on the porch swing, faded now like old dreams, dances with the prairie dust in the sunlight's dying beams. Oh, long ride forgotten, where the heart rides alone, on trails of tears where wildflowers once had grown. Echoes of your laughter in the valley's deep embrace vanish like the sunset's last lingering trace. Gravel roads to quiet towns where our names are softly spoken, now where the emptiness of days, promises bent and broken, saddles worn and hearts torn in the shadows of our plight. The fire we had by the river's bend, now nothing but cold white light. Oh, long ride forgotten, where the heart rides alone, on trails of tears where wildflowers once had grown. Echoes of your laughter in the valley's deep embrace vanish like the sunset's last lingering trace. And in the silence neath the stars I find no solace, only scars. Your memory, a haunting tune, plays on as fades the crescent moon. No brighter dawn this cowboy knows, just paths where the cold wind blows. The long ride forgot, yet I ride forth with your ghost beside my flame, across the mountains through the mists where they still whisper your name. And maybe in another life, down another dusty track, I'll turn and see you once again, no more looking back. Oh, long ride forgotten, but your soul's forever here, etched upon the wild lands we once held dear. in the shadow of the old oak tree, where the creek sings low, we carved our names young and bold in the bark whispering soul. Underneath that heaven stretch where wild horses roam, I told you dreams of dusty trails, not yet knowing about the roads we'd comb. But unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, leaving shadows neath my eyes where your laughter used to flow. And every gust of prairie wind carries whispers sweet and stern of what I should have said, for those bridges learn to burn. Now the porch creek's empty, where your scarf once danced in breeze, and the saddle lays forgotten, with no one left to please. The cabin's bare as the desert's soul, the gravel road's been tamed, just echoes of your footsteps in a town that forgot my name. Unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, leaving shadows neath my eyes where your laughter used to flow. And every gust of prairie wind carries whispers sweet and stern, what I should have said, for those bridges learn to burn. Now where rivers run, the willows weep, and time peels at the barn, I learned that love's a keeper of the flame that never warms. Could those whispered winds, my darling, to your heart return? Or do they wander lost like me beneath the stars that yearn? So unspoken words, they burn like the western sunset's glow, fading trails and twilight's dust where our memories refuse to go.